There are so many new mobile games coming out all the time, but we need to know which ones are the good ones and which ones are the bad ones. So today I'm diving in deep, looking up 10 upcoming mobile games that are worth your time. The first game on today's list is Diablo Immortal, and this game is supposed to come out in the first half of 2022, so really it could come out at any point in time right now. And if you didn't already know, this is one of my favorite mobile games, one that I've actually created a brand new YouTube channel to focus on exclusively. That channel is called Echo Gaming Diablo. Now, Diablo Immortal is not like any other mobile game. This is essentially a PC caliber game on mobile devices. You have so many different ways that you can play this game, including PvP, Elder Rifts, Challenge Rifts, you have the campaign, you have Heliquary bosses that you could team up and beat. You can play as an adventurer, as a shadow, as an immortal. It is literally a game that could be the final game that you ever play because you will fall in love so much in the mechanics and the play style of Diablo Immortal. If, of course, you're into action RPGs. Keep an eye out for this one, and if you want all the latest information on it, make sure you go check out my YouTube channel, Echo Gaming Diablo. Next on today's list is a strategy game called Alt War Code S, and you guys know that I've played quite a few strategy games here on this YouTube channel, including Rise of Kingdoms, Infinity Kingdom, but this one here takes it to the future, where you're going to be building up your base, your sanctuary, and defending it with the mechs that you create. I love how this game takes it into the future because so many of these strategy style games are from history. Let's take it to the future, do something a little bit more realistic if you're thinking about future mechanics, and have fun taking down your enemies and their cities. Number 3 on today's list is Dark Nemesis. This is a massive multiplayer online game. It's an MMORPG, a role-playing game that looks pretty darn epic if you ask me. You're gonna be able to play with many other people, hence it being the open world means you're gonna be able to interact with others, play with others as you play this game. Boss battles together, combat together, even teaming up to do different types of raids. Upgrading is going to be a thing inside of this game as well. Of course, your gear and also your wings. Your wings tend to play a large role in your character development inside of this game. It looks really amazing. The graphics are on point and the color system is really special. Notice all the glowing elements on all of the different characters that we see inside of this game. Multiple different classes that you can utilize to take down your foes, defeat your enemies, and have a great time while you're at it. This one definitely should be on your list. Next on today's list is My Darkest Hour, and this seems like some type of a puzzle strategy game where the clock keeps spinning and you keep moving. Notice the clock on the bottom of the screen, and you are this pretty sad looking character, hence the name The Darkest Hour, and you need to get through different stages of the game. There's a lot of mystery in this one, understanding how it goes, but there's a few things that I like. 1, the art style. 2, the vertical format of the game. It's definitely one I'm gonna wanna check out. Guys, so far, if you like these types of videos, learning more about games in the mobile space or even NFT gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell because you know I'm bringing you these videos all the time. Now let me introduce you guys to Minion Masters. We all know Clash Royale. It's a strategy battle game where you take your cards and you have to take down your opponent's towers. It's a vertical game, but this one here is quite a bit different. It's a horizontal game. You also are going to be able to unlock cards, characters, players that you can use inside of the game. There are about 200 of them, and you are also going to be placing them on the battlefield to take down your opponent's tower. Now, I like these kinds of games because you place your troops and then they do their thing. It's all about strategy and then how the UI interacts after that. You can get into 1v1 or 2v2 battles, and the artwork really gives me the idea of a MOBA. It has that MOBA feel. I personally really like this one. It's one that I'm gonna give a try, and I mean, I was a huge fan of Clash Royale, so I gotta give it a go. Next up is Blade Idol, and if you know something that's called AFK Arena, you may like this one as well. It's an AFK game, meaning you earn rewards even when you're not playing the game, but this one here seems more than just an RPG. It seems more like an action RPG where you're taking yourself through stages and actually controlling some of the battle mechanics rather than letting auto battle play out. You have that nice, fun character style. It looks to be a vertical game as well, and honestly, it looks like a lot of fun. Definitely one worth giving a shot to if you're looking for a game that has the idle mechanic that you could play even when you're not actually playing. Next on today's list is Clash Heroes, and this is of course a Supercell game, one that I am probably close to the most excited about. Very close as well. Now let me redo that. Let's redo the whole thing. Next on the list is Clash Heroes, of course. This is a Supercell game, and one that I am extremely excited for, being that I am a Supercell game player. Clash Heroes is an action RPG game set in the Clash universe, utilizing characters that you already know from Clash of Clans and from Clash Royale. If you mix Diablo Immortal and Clash of Clans, you have Clash Heroes. This one's been in development for some time, and I anticipate releasing in about a year's time. It may not exactly be coming in 2022. Hard to make predictions because they have not yet set any dates or even had any alphas to play. The game looks like a ton of fun if you're into the action RPG space, or if you're a Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, or any Supercell game player that really is looking for something that's different from what they've ever done before. Of course, there's going to be upgrade mechanics inside of the game, and it seems that it's going to be a blast. Now, I did mention that they haven't had an alpha or beta, but you know what? That's not actually true, because there was an alpha build that was tested out by Supercell content creators. I was one of those creators, and it was a lot of fun and well built. The game has a ton of potential. The graphics are on point, and like all Supercell games, controls and just fluidity of the game is perfect. Like any other Supercell game, if you use Code Echo inside of the game, it will directly support me here on the channel. So when you do play Clash Heroes, consider using Code Echo. Or if you're playing any other Supercell game right now, hook me up. Code Echo when you buy gems, skins, or anything in any Supercell game. Remember Animal Crossing? Well, now there's Island Crossing. I didn't play Animal Crossing, and I may not play this one, but I know a ton of people will, and maybe you should be one of them, because the game looks casually fun. Now, I had to have a game for all you puzzle gamers out here, so introducing DC Heroes and Villains. This is a puzzle style game where combat happens alongside the puzzles, Candy Crush style, that you interact with. If you're into DC Comics, if you're into Jam City, the developer who puts together some fantastic games, and if you're into puzzlers, this is one you're probably going to want to try. If you're not into any of those, well, then I would forget about it. But it looks pretty cool. Tower defense games, strategy games, consider Guns Up. This is a tower defense strategy style game where you go against other opponents. I really like the idea of this one, partially because I'm huge into the tower defense space. In actuality, that's how I got into Clash of Clans in the first place. It's like tower defense on steroids. I love Clash of Clans, but this here, you have to take down your opponent's setup that they create on their own to try and prevent you from taking it down. If you're looking for a new tower defense game, something that's different, you may want to give Guns Up a try. And another game with a ton of potential is Lost Shadow Dark Knight. This is an action game. I wouldn't call it an action RPG game. It's more of an action platformer game. It's a platform game, meaning you run from right to left and you encounter enemies along the way. The graphics in this game look really cool, and sometimes you just need an action platformer in your life, something with a little less depth than some of these really intense games like we were talking about, such as Diablo Immortal. This one here, simple platformer style, encountering enemies along the way. There's no depth in the game. You don't have to go up and into these realms. It's just a left and right mechanic, but the battle mechanics seem incredible. They seem like they are a lot of fun, and this obviously is one that I'm going to give a shot to, test it out, and see if it fills the extra 10 minutes that you have per day. Every game doesn't need to be something you spend hours playing. Sometimes they can be quick fun. Thanks for hanging out until the end of the video. Remember, if you have any games that are upcoming that you're excited about, let me know in the comments section below so I can have a look. Maybe I can make a video about those games in particular. Also, if there's games that you're playing right now that are fairly new and pretty good, let me know about them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day and be good.